Good morning, good afternoon. Thank you very much for joining us here. Sorry for the late start, but I'm really excited because we haven't done a live stream on this YouTube channel for quite a while. So thank you for joining us. Sorry that we started a little bit late, but we're here today to talk about smartphone cameras, how awesome they are, some of the latest ones. You might have seen the latest video on our YouTube channel, which was all about the Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus camera and the S8 camera, because they're the same. We also have a video comparison coming out within the next few days, which is the Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus versus the Google Pixel XL versus the iPhone 7 Plus. Now we're looking specifically at the video cameras. So thank you very much for joining us. I'm just going to bring up the chat here so I can see that as well. And I can see that we've already got quite a few people in here, and we are trialing something different. If I get this right, there should be a chat window here. So feel free to leave any questions. This is a live Q&A as well. Yeah, thank you very much for joining us and jumping on. I can see we've got a few people in here now already, so that's awesome. And why did I just clicked off my chat window. Here it is. All right. Okay, cool. I can see that we've got Nitro Adventure. We've got Peter. What's Peter saying? Hey, try to say, I'm not even going to try to attempt. I'm the worst person for pronouncing names and everything. So can I just apologize now? If I say your name wrong or your channel name wrong, I apologize ahead of time. So Peter, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. No, I'm sorry. The other thing too is just as a video guy, the light is changing crazy amounts outside. It seems to be a really nice day and it's bright and it's dark and everything. It's just changing all the time. So if you see me adjusting the brightness just to make it brighter or darker, I've got an ND filter on the front of the camera, which is awesome if you're going to be using a DSLR. So another cool little tip. But if I'm adjusting that, it's just because it's too bright or too dark with the crazy light changing outside. So cool. So we've got Victor in here saying hello. We've got Visions. We've got heaps of people in. Make sure you leave any questions in the chat window as well. Hello to everyone, and yeah, thanks for joining and jumping straight on. So as I said, what we want to talk about today is the smartphone cameras and how powerful they are. This is something that I'm really passionate about because one of the biggest excuses that we hear with Primal Video, because our goal is to help people create videos and create YouTube channels and get their message out there to the world so that they can have some impact with their message. And it's getting dark again now. So smartphones are an easy way for people to create content. Like, we're all about removing excuses and removing people's barriers to creating videos, and smartphones is one tool that I think really removes a lot of barriers for people. It doesn't matter if you're using an old iPhone 4 or a Samsung Galaxy S4. You've still got decent cameras in them to be able to create videos and just start creating. Everyone focuses on the tech and they're worried about this camera or this camera. I'm not going to use my iPhone 4. I'll wait till I upgrade next year till my plan runs out or my contract runs out, and I'll upgrade then, and then I'll start my YouTube channel. Then I'll start creating videos for my business. Start now is our overall the fundamentals of Primal Video, getting you started, getting you creating content right now. So make sure you leave any questions in the chat window as well, and I will jump onto those as we go. But I've got to say, if you haven't watched the latest video yet on the Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus camera, this is this one here, it is amazing. It's got autofocus on the front-facing camera as well, which works really well. So if you are going to be shooting your videos by yourself and you are using the front-facing camera, then it is really cool to have that autofocus built in. It's another thing that makes it easier. And I'm sure that maybe with the upcoming iPhone as well, and a lot of new phones now will start to implement that. So that's a huge feature. I can see we've got people coming in from everywhere. We've got people from Canada. There's a couple of people in here from New Zealand. Hey, Thomas. I do have a question here that I can see jump out straight away. Please tell me, what is the best cheap microphone? Now, this is one that we cover a lot on the channel. I've actually got it right here. Look at this. Is it plugged in? Let's hope it's not plugged in, because I'm pulling cables and you don't want cables to... Oh, that's not. This is, in my opinion, make sure you can see it, the best, cheapest microphone. This is the Boya BYM1 microphone. So it's spelled B-O-Y-A BYM1 is the model. Obviously, it's a crazy long cable. It's a wired lapel or lavalier microphone. This is actually what I use for, I'd say 95, 98% of the videos on our channel, and it works with your smartphones as well. So amazing microphone. I think it sells for $20 US or $19 or $18 US, so it's definitely not going to break the bank. If you're looking at this and going, that's a jumbled mess of cables, I just want something short. It is an insanely long cable, and I don't normally keep it like this, and I wouldn't recommend that you keep it like this. You can just roll up the extra cable, put it in your pocket, but it will also allow you to get more creative with the videos you're creating by being able to step away and walk around a little bit, but still be connected and getting great audio to your camera. So that's the microphone that I recommend, and it's that microphone I use. And as I said, it works on DSLRs, it works on smartphones as well. So it is a very amazing microphone. What I'm using right now though is the Rode Videomic Pro. Not the one that's just come out. I'm really excited to get my hands on that. Hopefully we can manage to do that in the next few weeks. So I'm hoping you can hear me all right, see me all right. This is a little bit of a new Wirecast setup. As I said, we're playing with the new chat, and I keep going to point over this way, but it's here to bring that in. That was something that was inspired by Nick Nimmin. So if you don't know Nick, then check out his channel. It's amazing. But I think it's pretty cool to watch back later to see the comments and everything coming through. And yeah. And also feel free, if you see any questions in there that I've missed, because the comment stream's moving up pretty quick, then feel free to help each other out. If you know the answer to a question that someone's got in there, then feel free to answer it. And you know, we're all here to help each other. A lot of people are stuck in some places with video or have their questions that they need answered to help them progress, to help them get their message out. So if I miss your question, I apologize. I'll try to get to as many as I can, but also help each other out. If you know the answer, and type it in the chat. Cool. Can you please give me, we just did the best, another one with the microphone, top microphone. And we've got Ultimate Cool Mates Context Pro Vlog. That is a huge channel name. Can you find an intro template of YouTube? K-Bro. So we just did a video a few weeks back talking about video intros and how you can create them. What I would suggest you do is to go to videohive.net, purchase a template, and modify it. And you can modify it either using software like Adobe After Effects, and even if you're not you've never used it before and you don't need to learn another program, grab the 7-day trial version of After Effects. Most of the templates that you'll find on VideoHive are they come with all the instructions and everything that you need to know. Like, it's not a hard process if you follow the instructions. So buy a template from videohive.net, customize it up using After Effects, or if you have no interest in customizing it up, then you could grab someone on Fiverr or on Upwork and pay them $5, $10 and get that customized up. And when I say buy one off VideoHive, these aren't expensive. These are like $10 to $20 and they look amazing. So that's actually what we use for all the templates, all the text, all the titles in our videos are templates, because it's the easiest way for us to get the videos out quicker, to have them look good, and to get them out to you guys. So I definitely don't need to sit there and recreate every title and create everything from scratch, and you guys don't either. Just jump on and purchase some templates, because they're not expensive and they'll make your video production process a whole lot quicker. Cool. So I guess one question I have for you is, what are you using? If you leave that in the chat, are you using your iPhone? Are you using an Android device? What phone? What model? What are you using to create your videos? If you're on a point and shoot camera or DSLR, you're really keen to see where you guys are at. And if there's anywhere that you are really stuck, let me know and I'll see if I can jump in and answer it. Cool. Hey, Justin, joining from Toronto, Canada. That's awesome. Welcome, Michael. Yeah, this is awesome. Thank you very much for joining us all. Here's a question from Nitro Adventure. Now, you were the first one on here. I did see that you were on early when I was had a couple of YouTube issues in broadcasting. It says, I'm just stuck under 200 subscribers. Can you guys help? I would say the most important part of your channel, and this is actually run by, for us at Primal Video, there's two of us. It's myself and my brother, Mike. And what I would suggest, which is what Mike does, he's the behind the scenes guy, but I tried to pull him out and get him doing some videos from time to time, and hopefully we'll see more of him on the channel. He does all the thumbnails, all the keyword research, all the tagging, and that's really what makes the difference. I mean, at the end of the day, you need to have good content too, right? If you're not helping people or inspiring people or putting out entertaining content, then it's going to be hard to grow. But at the same time, once you've got that sort of sorted, look at your thumbnails. Your thumbnails need to be something that people will click. Otherwise, they're not going to watch your video, right? You've got to get them into your video first. And the thumbnails and your title of your video are probably the most important things that you can do. Think of it as you're walking into a bookstore, or you're walking into, I don't know that they really exist anymore, like a Blockbuster, where you walk into a store and there's just a heap of covers, a heap of things trying to grab your attention. Like you're out there to buy a book or to get a video. Feels weird saying that now because you're just going, well, Netflix, right? You're browsing through Netflix and you're looking at the pictures for new shows that you have no idea about. YouTube is exactly the same. People are browsing through there and you've got to grab their attention with your thumbnail, which is why the thumbnail is the most important part to get someone in. And then once they're in, it's your job to wow them, to impress them, to help them, or entertain them so that you can then get them to stick around for your video. So thumbnails is where I suggest you start, and overall branding on your channel to make it look professional, because that'll get people in. All right, so we got one here from, I know I'm going to struggle pronouncing this, Middle Path Radio. Oh no, it's not too bad. Yeah, I get confused. Lens adapters for the S8 Plus. I still recommend the same lens adapters. I'm looking for them here because I did have them on the desk, but I think I've just packed them away. Lens adapters for any smartphones. I like the bigger ones, like the Techo lens and the Orki Aura lenses. They both sell for $24 to $26 US. They'll work on the front-facing camera and the rear-facing camera on most smartphones. So those are the ones I recommend. They're high-quality lenses, high-quality glass, and they'll fit with most smartphones. Orki and Techo. Now, I'm really keen to try out the Moment lenses. Those ones sell for around $100 each though. But I'm seeing them everywhere. They look amazing. There's lots of people that are using them to create really professional and cinematic videos using their smartphones. So I'm hopefully trying to get my hands on a set, and I'll let you know my thoughts in a video. So as for lens adapters, get a wide, definitely get a wide angle. Which is really useful if you're going to have more than one person. So if I had someone sitting here next to me now, we would be using a wide angle lens on the phone so that we're able to, makes the room look bigger and you're able to get more in. Also, I'd suggest to get a telephoto lens, so like a bigger zoom lens, so that if you are looking to do anything where you need the flexibility to zoom, at least you've got that as well. And at $20 each or around that price point, it's not going to break the bank either. Of course, we've got a few people in here that are letting me know what they've been using. So iPad, iPhone, a Lumix G7, nice. iPhone 6 with reflector software. That's cool, Dr. Kyle. So for those of you who don't know, Reflector, or Reflector 2 is the one that they're up to now, is a piece of software that will allow you to mirror your phone screen to your desktop computer or to a Chromecast, or Google Home it's now called, or Apple TV. So that when you're filming with your phone and you're using the rear-facing camera, you won't normally be able to see what's going on, right? Because you're on the other side and you can't see the screen. So Reflector allows you to share your phone screen to a computer or a TV or something nearby so that you can see while you're recording what's going on. So that's an amazing piece of software. We do have a video on our channel. I think we've got a couple of videos on our channel talking about filming with the rear-facing camera, because it is the high-quality camera on your phone. And we use Reflector to do that. So that's awesome that you're using that. Cool, we've got a couple of people on here from Australia as well. Welcome, good morning. It's at 10:30 in the morning in Australia, in Brisbane where I am. Cool, I use an Android phone. What is the best camera? Justin Brown from Thomas Vlogs. Because it's getting bright again now. The best camera is the one that you already have. I know that sounds cliche, or you hear it a lot, but our goal is to get you creating videos and help you creating videos and sharing and getting your message out. I would always recommend that you start with the gear that you've got. Start that process of creating videos. Even if you hate the videos, even if they look terrible, just get into the practice or get into the mode of creating videos, even if you upload them as private and just show a few people, get some feedback, and then delete them if you don't want to release them to the world. Because next time you create your next video, you will be better. You would have learnt something. You'll be more confident on camera. You'll be used to how you look. So it's all about starting and getting used to it. I know that when I first started, I come from a film background, a film and TV background. I had all this gear and it was kind of the other end of the scale. I had too much gear. I'm like, what do I use? I want to produce, as a video guy, I want to release videos that are high quality and look really good. So to create one video, I was treating it like I would treat a client shoot, where you've got all your lights and everything set up, and then I'd be constantly monitoring everything, every little plane that went over, I'd stop and I'd redo the video or that section. And creating the videos became a massive process, but really the key part is the content. Once you can get out of your way with the technology is there to help you, but it's not the most important part. So start with your phones, start with your webcam. Webcams are awesome. I know that a lot of people have top YouTube channels and their primary camera is their webcam. I would be using a webcam right now, except I just like tech and gadgets, and I thought this would be pretty cool to hook the DSLR up. So webcam is the easiest way to create videos, and again, it's built into most computers or laptops these days. Even if it's not 720p, even if it's not 1080p, you can still create content, get it out, and start building an audience and start sharing your message and having an impact with people or entertaining people, and you'll get better on camera, your audience will grow, and your confidence and everything will grow and snowball beyond that. And it'll get easier and easier. And then when you have the opportunity to upgrade, then upgrade. So use what you have. That was a really long answer. I'm sorry, but that's something that's we get asked all the time is which camera? What's the best camera? The best camera is whatever you've got to just start creating videos now, which is our goal, right? So yeah, that was for Thomas. So we've got Jill here from South Carolina. Wow, I've just scrolled the comments down massively. Anyway, sorry, I've missed a few questions in here now, so apologies. I have the Boya microphone. That's awesome. And I've got someone here that's do a vlogging channel, Justin Brown. This is from Thomas again. Wow, I've picked 2 of your comments in a row. Wow, must be something with your thumbnail that stands out. That's pretty cool. Do a vlogging channel. I probably haven't really thought too much about it. Outside of working with Primal Video, I do still jump on some video shoots as well, which I suppose could be pretty entertaining. But at the same time, I think Instagram stories is probably the closest to vlogging you'll get from me at this point. So it's not a no. Our goal is to do more lives like this and Q&As and talk to you guys. You've supported our channel by subscribing and commenting and liking our videos. So we want to give back with that and have more lives. I'd like to commit and say that we're going to do a weekly live at this time. Let's do that. Let's see how that goes for a few weeks. And if it's working for you, it's working for me, we'll keep it going. But as for a vlog, maybe not at this stage, but you could check out my Instagram stories if you're after what I'm doing behind the scenes or bits and pieces. It's not a lot on there yet, but maybe that will encourage me to do more. And then from there, I could probably go into some sort of vlog if that worked. But at this point, creating content for our YouTube channel is the primary focus. I gotta stop swinging on this chair too. It's a swingy chair. Cool. I love my S7 for vlogs. That's Claire at the Cookie Crumb Fun. Awesome. Yeah, the S7 camera in the S7 versus the S8 isn't actually much different. So I love the S8 camera. I think it is awesome. And yeah, I'm really keen to release this video next week or in a few days to show you the comparison side by side with the iPhone 7 Plus, the Google Pixel XL, and the Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus. Now, up until I got the Samsung S8 Plus, the Google Pixel was my pick, my daily driver phone. Wow, this light is changing quick. I loved the phone, and there's still a few things with the actual phone that I would prefer with the Google Pixel XL. It seems a little faster and snappier, but that comes down to the extra stuff that Samsung has on the phone. In regards to the actual camera though, I think photos are better on the Google Pixel XL. I think the video camera is much better on the Galaxy S8, which obviously is the same as the 7 as well, or very close to it. So if you've got one of those, they're solid cameras. But even like side by side is only where you can see the differences, right? So if you've got a Google Pixel XL or an iPhone 7 Plus, the footage across all of them is really, really awesome, especially that you can create these videos with the devices that we carry with us. But when you look at them side by side is where you can see some differences. I think the image stabilization on the Google Pixel, which is the only one that has software image stabilization, is the best by far. But not consistently. There was not one like clear winner in every one of our tests, like walking, running, fast pans, whatever. But overall, the Google Pixel image stabilization works really, really well, which is, as I said, surprising, because I would have thought that software stabilization wouldn't be anywhere near as good as optical stabilization. So interesting, but yeah, really, really keen to get that one out, and I think it'll be a good one, and be interesting to get your feedback on it as well. So if you check it out, make sure you leave a comment. Let me know what you're using and what your thoughts are. But in low light is where this S8 really stands out. I swear this isn't an ad for Samsung. I'm just pumped on smartphones, and I know that filming with smartphones can help you guys start creating videos and grow quick. So that's why I'm pumped on them. Cool. So we got Sagroy rocks. Smartphones are good, but the problem is I can't see the recording going on the screen. As I shoot from the rear camera and get better resolution. Yes, we did just cover that. If you use Reflector 2, a piece of software to mirror your phone screen over Wi-Fi to your laptop or to your desktop or to a Chromecast, then that will help you out, and that's how I'd recommend to do it. More people in here from Canada. Welcome. We got lots in here from Canada. Okay, so we got Lewis. I need made live stream with low cost. That's camera recommended. You want to do live streaming that's a camera. I would recommend to do something like I'm doing now, and get any camera that you may already have with an HDMI port out, and grab an HDMI interface unit like the Blackmagic Ultra Studio Mini Recorder. It's a big mouthful, but it's essentially an HDMI interface unit for your computer, Mac or PC. It'll convert it to either Thunderbolt or to USB 3, and that will let you plug in your whatever camera into your computer. So that will be the best quality. So you said low cost. That device is around $200. That's not that low cost. The best low cost one is your phone to go live stream. I know that you said you're looking for a camera. I can't really recommend one camera that I would say this is going to do everything that you want. The other option is to look at something like a Teradek Video. It's a little box that you can plug in once again to any camera, and you can broadcast live from anywhere. So that's another option, but your phone is going to be the easiest. Cool. Gorgeous video. Thank you. Yeah, that's from Jack. Yeah, this is the DSLR. I like this look. I think it looks cool having the blurry background, especially for a live. And it's so easy to do with that Blackmagic Ultra Studio Mini Recorder box. Cool. Unscripted. Justin, you need a moderator in this chat. Okay. I think I've got Mike here. He might be able to filter out some of these. If I'm just going through now, so if there's stuff that I'm missing, or if there's someone abusing people, which is definitely not tolerated, then I'll just skim down. Let's have a look. But we do have Mike here somewhere in the background. Mike can sort out those, or if we need to, then we can appoint one of you a moderator as well. It doesn't look too bad from what I can see. Cool. How to broadcast Facebook Live pre-recorded video from Jacob. Wirecast, OBS, two great pieces of software. I'm using Wirecast at the moment. Also, if you're on Mac, you could use Ecamm Live, which is probably the best bang for buck. OBS is free, but it's pretty complicated to use in regards to live streaming software. I mean, you can get amazing results, and once you learn it, it's awesome. Wirecast is probably the best option, but it's $497 US to get a version that's going to work with Facebook. Or Ecamm Live is $30 and it's going to do everything that you want. Screen share, bring in pre-recorded videos, and it brings up all your chat and everything in Facebook as well. So you've got a really clean interface. Ecamm Live, yeah, it's amazing. We actually use it to broadcast live to Facebook as well. So that's how I do it. I've got Wirecast and I use Ecamm. So that shows you how good it is. Best place to edit a thumbnail. This is from Segroy. Best place to edit a thumbnail. Best software for editing a thumbnail or creating a thumbnail. I would say, once again, use what you're used to using. Canva is a great tool, a great website. A lot of people use Canva. I got to tell you, we started using Keynote. Mike was creating our thumbnails using Keynote, and you wouldn't know. Like, there's no point trying to learn Photoshop or something like that unless you already know it. If you know it and you've got it, use it. It's awesome. But there's no point trying to learn something because you hear of other YouTubers or whatever else is using a piece of software. Use whatever you can or whatever you have to get the job done, right? You're going to hear that as a recurring theme through everything that we say, because it is always a case of using what you've got, and then if you need to or you outgrow it, then expand. But we were just using Keynote for, I don't know, up until fairly recently, we were just using Keynote to create our thumbnails. So at the end of filming, I would pull some stupid faces like this or pointing at something, and then we would overlay the graphics on top of that in Keynote. So it was really important then when you're filming to make sure that you're capturing, if you're going to have your face on there, that you're capturing some sort of images or photos or stills that you can use as a face for it or as an image for it. It's so hard to go back afterwards and think, oh, damn it, I didn't get I didn't pose for a photo or for a thumbnail image, and to go back through your footage and try to find one where you're smiling or where you don't look weird. It's so hard because you're always talking. So make that part of your process when you're filming, to allow time to pull some stupid faces or whatever it is. For me, it's stupid faces or pointing at stuff or which one's the best one. So they're all ones you've probably seen on our channel, but we do that at the end of every video. And you also then build up a library. So if you do forget one time, you can then go and pull some of those frame grabs out for other videos as well. Okay, Diana, are you still using the Blackmagic device to use your DSLR for stream? Yes, that's what I'm using right now, and it's I think it's working well. But I think it's an amazing tool, and I think it's $190. It might have even dropped a little bit, $190 US. It might be cheaper now, but amazing if you're on a Mac. If you're on a PC, it doesn't work on PC, but Blackmagic do have another device. I think it's called the Shuttle, off the top of my head, and it does the same thing. It'll allow you to plug in cameras and whatever else to your computer. There is another one, I think it's Epiphan, E-P-I-P-H-A-N, I'm guessing. My spelling's not great. They make an awesome one that works on both Mac and PC as well. So it's called an HDMI interface unit is what you're after. Cool, we've got feedback on the depth of field in the S8. I love it. If you checked out the video, there's some pretty cool examples of the depth of field. There's also some photos on my Instagram channel showing the depth of field. I was even blown away with the depth of field on the front-facing camera because it's got autofocus. So that is one of the biggest things that you'll find with the front-facing camera on the S8. Because it's got autofocus, you actually do get some depth of field. It will pull, focus on you and leave the background out of focus. So that's what I really, really like about this phone, is the autofocus. And hopefully now this is setting the bar for all other phone manufacturers to bring autofocus in. Because if we can create videos using our front-facing camera, I mean, this one is 1440p, so it's better than HD, it's better than 1080p. If we can just use the front-facing camera and not have to worry about using the rear-facing camera, which we all know is the higher quality one, then it makes the content creation process much easier. I was also blown away with how fast the autofocus was and how accurate it was. So, and in our tests, it was actually better than the autofocus on the iPhone 7 and the 7 Plus. So that's pretty cool. Samsung, you've got your stuff sorted. We've got Jill here that says, I shoot all of my videos with my iPad Pro 9.7. That's awesome. That would be a huge big camera to be walking around with, but I hear that there's a lot of people doing that and getting great results. So that's awesome. Use what you have, use what you're comfortable using and what you know, and then if you need to upgrade, then do it. If not, keep creating. We've got Michael here that says, I create my thumbnails in Canva. Pretty quick once you create a template. It's all about creating template. Don't reinvent the wheel every time. Like obviously we don't start from scratch every time. We actually have a template even for our videos. You'll notice that I'll say something up front, like today we're going to talk about something. And then, we'll cut into a title screen and go on from there. So it's a set formula, a set template, which makes creating the videos easier, editing the videos much easier as well. So create templates for everything because it does make the whole process much faster. Insane Reactions. Hey, please check out my channel. I will have a check out your channel after this. I can't pronounce your name. Junie. Junie? I'm sorry if that's wrong. Review the Mevo camera. We actually have reached out to Mevo. Either way, I'm going to try and get my hands on one, and I'd love to test it out. I've had a quick play, and it looks good. I have heard also that they're, like from a few people that are using it, that the live streaming capabilities is good. It's a 4K camera. For those of you who don't know the Mevo, it's a tiny little camera made by Livestream. It will let you broadcast to Facebook, and I think now they let you broadcast to YouTube as well. And it does automatic switching. So essentially it's like two cameras in one because it's 4K. It's also got facial recognition, which is where I think it gets interesting because I heard of James Wedmore. You've probably heard of James Wedmore too. But I heard he was playing with it, and the facial recognition picked up a picture on his wall, which was of Indiana Jones. So it was switching between him, like his face, and the face on the picture on the wall, which isn't ideal, but it's pretty funny. So I guess it could work really, really well. I'm really keen to try it out. Either way, you can set up multiple cameras and switch them live just using your iPad or Android now. I'm pretty sure it's supported as well. So that's where I was keen to check it out. We've got Live Vegan. Hi from Tasmania. Hey, I actually grew up in Tassie. So yeah, I don't tell too many people that, but we've got Unscripted Lifestyle from Brisbane. I'm going to scoot down these comments just a little bit here. Right, what do we got? Scripted Life again. Can stream from your mobile using Reflector 2 during streaming? I would like to think yes. That's a good question. Can you live stream while you're using Reflector? I'm going to give it a go. I don't know. I'm 50-50 on it. I'd like to think, same as you, that yes, you could, but you are using Wi-Fi. You should. Yeah, I'm going to try. I'm going to try it and I'll let you know. That's a good question. I love stuff like that. Anything is like, can I do this? And trying to work out a way to do it. That's fun stuff. I mean, my background is IT before it was video, and it was all about just tech. I mean, this office is more of a toy room for me than an actual office. Some work does get done, but it's just all filled with cameras and phones and VR stuff and tripods, and it's just, yeah, I love that stuff. So anything like that, definitely ask me, because now I'm keen to know. What's the best entry video editing software? I would say it will come down to your skill level and what you're looking to achieve with your videos. I'm really pumped at the moment on Davinci Resolve, yet it's not the easiest one. So if you haven't done any editing before, I wouldn't probably recommend that as your first starting point. Something like iMovie is actually a really good starting point. Filmora is a good starting point as well. Or Adobe Premiere Elements is an amazing piece of software for $97. ScreenFlow on Mac, another great one, and we use it all the time, especially for creating course content. I'd start with one of those, but if you had an end goal of looking, like if you want to take this seriously and you're asking for the best software, I use Adobe Premiere for still some corporate stuff, but mainly now I'm using mainly now I'm using Final Cut Pro 10. It took me a long time to get into it, and I treated it as most other professional video editors did when it first came out, as if it was just iMovie Plus or iMovie Pro, like a bit of a joke. Like how could you actually edit like that? Whereas now it's actually a really solid editing solution. You actually see there's quite a few reviews around now of people using Final Cut over Premiere just based on export times and performance, especially when you're editing 4K video. Now, Davinci Resolve is another really interesting one because it's also now, if you're looking at those benchmarks, it's also now one of the fastest. So Davinci Resolve will work on both Mac and PC, which is why I think it is awesome, whereas Final Cut will only work on Mac. Adobe Premiere works on both, but it's a monthly subscription, which turns some people off. I mean, I still pay for the subscription. I think it's a great piece of software and there's definitely a place for it, but I'm slowly moving more towards Final Cut for everything, purely based on the amount of time you save in the editing. So a really great plugin though, if you're gonna go Final Cut, because the biggest thing I think Final Cut is missing is the color correction. You can do color correction, you can do great color correction, but Adobe Premiere and Davinci Resolve are way better for color correction. So there is a plugin by Red Giant and it's called Colorist. I think it comes bundled in with their Universe pack, but don't quote me on that. But if you check out redgiant.com, there's a plugin and it's called Colorist and it is amazing. And I think it's pretty cheap too, but it gives you then the same tools, if not more tools, for color correction that you will find in Adobe Premiere in Final Cut. So it is really, really cool. And cool. So it says I got a spam call coming in. Lovely. What mobile game do you like? I actually have never played a game on my mobile ever. So couldn't help you there. No, I don't play too many games. I remember I used to work in a computer shop and I would be building, all my money would go back. This is when I was young. All my money would go back into building like the best computer I could with the best video card at the time and all this stuff. And everyone's like, wow, how does this game run? And I've never really played games much. So it was kind of, it was pissing a few people off because I had this awesome systems, always had really top computers, which would be amazing gaming systems. Or I had like the best gaming laptops. Spend all my money on this gear, but I'd use it for video. And it would make the video editing much faster. But there was always these gamers like, how could you have this computer and not install a game? So no, I don't play too many games, unfortunately. So and I know that if I did start, that I would be addicted. So it's kind of like the whole coffee thing, right? You know, once you start having it, you get used to it, you like it, and then you have it every day. And some people have it 4 or 5 times a day. I'm not that bad. But I think the same with gaming. If I actually spent some time on it and started playing some games, I'd probably be wanting to do it all the time and then not get work done and whatever else. So no, that's my answer. I got Nikki that hasn't used Facebook Live yet. She says she's a total newbie. I can encourage you to do it. I think if you're someone that's wanting to get more comfortable on camera quick, Facebook Live is a great way to really jump in the deep end. Even if you create your live stream that is just to a couple of friends or even to no one. If you create a Facebook Live and set your the broadcast to just you, practice. Like it's like the next level of practicing because you are actually live, even though you know no one's going to be on there. But you're still, it's the next level of just recording a video that you can go, oh yeah, I know this isn't going to anyone. Like there's a whole mindset around actually going live to no one to get more comfortable with doing it. Obviously, if you're comfortable at that point, bring people on because it makes it even easier when you've got the interaction. Like I love creating videos like this. I love the Q&A. I love the interaction with you guys. I would prefer to be able to see you guys so that it feels like I'm actually talking to a room full of people instead of just a blacked off camera lens. But I think Facebook Live is a great way to get your confidence up and to start now and then progress into video or whichever way. I'd just like to encourage people to start. But a lot of people are jumping in the deep end with Facebook and I think that's amazing. Cool. We've got people asking me to buy them iPhones. That would be nice. I actually wouldn't mind. We're going to try and get our hands on the new iPhone, which would be cool. We've got Gainer Green here. Will the Orky wide-angle lens work on the front-facing camera on the Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus? And is it safe to walk around while streaming without it falling off? You know what? I'm going to grab it out of the cupboard and we're going to put it on right now. How's this for live? There we go. We've got the Orky Aura lens. probably out of focus now, I've moved, is totally covered in fingerprints. And we've got the Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus. It definitely works on the front-facing camera, but I'll show you how big it is. All right, so this is the lens, it's huge, and this is the phone. So just in comparison, like it's a big lens. So it definitely works on the rear-facing camera if I clip that on there now, right? And that's easy. You could definitely walk around with that. It's heavy, but it will work. Now the front-facing camera, you can actually get them on, but you've got to put it on. I'm going to do this so you can see it. If you just clip it from the top down, it's not going to, oh, comments are annoying. From the top down, it's not going to clip on because the camera is so close to the top. So you've actually got to clip it upwards. So you're actually covering part of your screen to be able to do it. So yes, it will work. Yes, you could walk around with it, and that's what I would recommend. You can definitely get the smaller generic lenses as well, starting at $6, $8. If you want to try one of those as well for that price point, I would, and see which one works. If the results are the same, like we did a side-by-side comparison between an $8 generic, the tiny little lenses, the Orki Aura, which is this one, and the Techo lens, and they're all pretty much exactly the same. But the reason I like the bigger ones is because they'll work on more phones because they are so much bigger. The lens is bigger, the section that covers the lens is bigger, so they're going to work on more phones. Nitro Adventure, have you used the Rode Videomic Me? I have the Rode Videomic Me and I don't like it. So I'm sorry if you just bought it or you've got it and you love it. The reason I don't like it is I think it's, as a microphone, it's a great microphone, but there's a big problem with it in that a lot of people are getting feedback or static through when they are live. So a lot of people want to use it for Facebook Lives. And for those of you who don't know, it's a tiny little microphone that clips onto your phone. Which if you're using an iPhone 7 or a 7 Plus and you don't have the headphone jack point or the microphone port, then that makes it very difficult as well. So what I recommend is the Rode Video Micro. So I think it's the same microphone, but it comes in a little mount or a little bracket. And I'm not going to go looking for it. The Rode Video Micro is a better option. You can mount it on a tripod next to your phone using a little extension bar bracket. That would be the setup that I would recommend. And we've got videos on our YouTube channel talking about the best setup for Facebook Lives, and that covers microphones, tripods, and those extension bars that I was talking about. So that's what I would recommend. It's inconsistent with the Videomic Me, the tiny little one, with the static. Most of the time we had static on the videos. Every time we tested it, I was even with Roberto Blake and Tim Schmoyer, and both of them were having issues with theirs as well. So me personally, that's enough. You know, if it's inconsistent, it's not worth it's not worth playing with. Hopefully they can get that sorted. They did say that it would work if you turned off LTE or 4G and we're just using Wi-Fi. That's not always practical. If you're not in Wi-Fi and you still want a microphone, then it's not great. But even when I had LTE off or 4G off and just Wi-Fi, sometimes I was still getting static through. So hope that answers your question. I don't recommend it. Yeah. Heroic HD TV. Justin, if I ask you to buy an iPhone, will you do it? Oh, I've written it again. You'd have to ask really, really nicely. No, sorry, I can't. I'm hoping to get the new iPhone when it comes out, and it'd be cool to do some tests, and we will have some videos and some video comparisons. I'm really keen to test it out, comparing it to the Samsung, which is now my pick for video cameras on phones. So yeah. Siggy agrees with me. Oh my God, I hate that mic too. So much static. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking or how their testing or research and development went. I'm a massive Rode fan. I'm using Rode microphones right now. We use them all the time, but I don't know what they were thinking with that one. Cool. Well, I guess it might be time to start wrapping this up. Really looking forward to the video coming out in a few days. With the comparison to show you guys the difference between the three, iPhone 7 Plus, Google Pixel XL, and the Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus. It's a mouthful. yeah, I think the cameras on all three of them are amazing. They're all 4K cameras. They've all got image stabilization. The low light performance though really was a little what's it called? A teaser, a spoiler. That's what I'm talking about. A spoiler. The low light capabilities on the S8 Plus wins hands down. There's nothing that comes close. The Google Pixel is bright, but it is so grainy and noisy, whereas the iPhone is the darkest image, but it's still pretty grainy. So the Samsung S8 and S8 Plus really have it sorted in regards to low light performance. But yeah, that video will come out in the next few days and you'll see side-by-side examples, the three of them, especially in the low light stuff too. All right, cool. I'm just looking through the last comments here. I've got to look at this one. Salah says, you skipped my comment 2 times. I'm sorry about that. The comments are moving pretty quick. And I'm trying to just skim through so that I'm able to get as many as I can. Davinci Resolve 12.5 is glitching when I play back, so I'm stuck with Live Movie Maker. Please help. I guess that will come down to your computer that you're running it on. Davinci Resolve 12.5 is an amazing piece of software. It is made for, I would say, newer computers. Maybe it's something to do with your computer hardware. I would assume then that you're running Windows if your fallback is Movie Maker. There's also driver issues that you could find then on Windows. So I would suggest that you get the latest video card drivers and install those, and that may fix your problem. Or there is a beta version of Davinci Resolve 14 out now, so you can download that and see if that fixes your issues. But I would say it's a driver issue. So download the latest drivers and hopefully that will fix that out. Cool. I guess it is time. Oh, I've got another one here. It's the same issue when you hook up an auxiliary cord in your car and it works without any problems. That's from Diana. I did actually try that microphone with an extension cable and it didn't make much of a difference. It was better, but maybe the cable I was using was just a cheapie as well. So either way, by the time you add the cable onto that microphone, you're better off just getting the Rode Video Micro, which is essentially the same microphone with a cable that works. It works really well. It'll work on your DSLRs. It'll work on your smartphones as well. So an amazing microphone. Perfect. Well, I'm going to wrap it up there. Thank you very much for joining us. And yeah, I reckon we'll go live about the same time again this time next week. So if you're around, leave us a comment too if you've got any questions that we can answer. Happy to help out, and thank you very much for joining us. Have an awesome week into the weekend, and I will talk to you soon.